Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And Jacob Weil, too.
And welcome to the recap episode of DuckTales for Season 2, Episode 19, A Nightmare on Kill Motor Hill. And let me just say, Jacob, this is one of the finest episodes of the season, and I can understand why they hyped it up so much in the Comic-Con trailer that we got. This is, my friend, this is a masterclass. I mean, I don't want to like hype it up too much because like it's just a fun dream episode. You know what I mean? There's nothing that really kind of sets it apart from other big dream episodes. But man, they have so much fun with the dream premise, Jacob. And I think that everyone's dream in this episode is perfect. Not to mention the stuff with Magica in this episode is also very well handled.
Very much so.
All right, so we got Pink Pearl in the comments here as usual. Hey there, Pink Pearl. First of all, Pink Pearl, I want to apologize for putting up a stream last night. Things actually kind of got in the way of recording last night. Some personal issues I had, so we're doing it tonight. But I wanted to start a new stream because the one that I had from last night would probably be like bumped down in people's streams, in people's YouTube feeds. So I hope that didn't cause any confusion here. Anyways, so Jacob, suffice to say, I think this is maybe one of my favorite episodes of season 2. I don't know, arguably one of my favorite episodes of the series, just because I'm a sucker for, I'm a sucker for dream episodes. It's one of those things. It's kind of like Polynesian culture or just anything on an island. It's just like it pleases me, Jacob. For some reason, I have these weird niche things that please me, and Polynesian culture is one of them.
And
And dream episodes are another. Go ahead.
well, this episode kind of did have an island.
It did. It did.
And you know what else it had?
Dewey
Dewey
High.
High. Yes,
Oh
Dewey
my
High.
god. Oh my god, dude.
It's a thing we didn't know we needed.
Oh, I. That's not your dream. That's my dream. Jacob, you know what I think they should do?
What?
I think they should just completely revamp Phantasmic to be all Dewey High because it's that epic.
That would be pretty interesting, to say the least. This is my dream, and it's Dewey High.
You all think you're so powerful, huh? Well, this is my dream. All right.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I imagine Pink Pearl. I imagine that it's definitely a Saved by the Bell thing that they're going for with Dewey High for sure. Especially because I think all the text as well, you can tell is pretty much Saved by the Bell text on the Dewey High banner.
You know, I'm not entirely familiar with Saved by the Bell. I mean,
I am really not either.
I mean, I know obviously know less about it than you do because I didn't even recognize any of the font as Saved by the Bell.
I recognize the font, I recognize the wallpaper. That's really about it. Like I recognize the aesthetic, but I don't know that much about. I mean, I know about Screech. That's about it. That's where my knowledge on the Saved by the Bell characters begins and ends.
I don't even know that much.
Screech is the nerd archetype on that show.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I guess that'd be Huey here.
yeah, probably. Okay, I guess let's start from the beginning here. We have so what do you think of because this is obviously outside of being just a really fun dream episode, a really good solid Lena episode that kind of wraps up a lot of the Magica storyline that we've been kind of building up. And I think they do a really good job of that, Jacob. I think this episode kind of like it sort of succeeds on both ends of being a fun dream episode and a good plot driven episode. And I think that's really impressive.
I think what mostly saves this episode, it wasn't as compared to like some of the previous ones we've done. It wasn't trying to handle like multiple subplots at once.
Right, right. And we'll talk about that with the next episode as well. But the next episode was also a great example of, of even though the next episode has two different plots, they literally crash into each other.
Yep.
All
And
right.
the,
So
and
do you want to talk about some of the just some of the Magica stuff, like kind of like the build up to it? How Lena's like, not been sleepy well. She wants to try and get people to not fall asleep. First of all, I love the animation on our characters when they're trying to stay awake, like the half hearted pillow fight and stuff like
yeah,
that.
it's like, eh. I know you
That's all
can't see. I know you can't see me, but I was pitifully waving my arm back and forth.
fun.
So yeah, it's like, and also speaking of good animation, I like it when Lena was looking in the mirror and she saw that black streak just come out of her hair.
Mhm.
I mean, that's pretty. That was actually pretty decent. Like a lot of fluidity in this episode, if you ask me.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
And you can definitely tell they had fun, like creating like some of the concepts for the dreams too.
Yeah, so let's get into that. So we have Webby's dream of the island, kind of like the deserted island survival scenario, which is very appropriate to Webby's character.
Basically, being like a Scrooge slash Delic type of adventure
Right,
archetype.
right. Which is some pretty good foreshadowing to the next episode for her as well.
Pretty kind of, yeah. It's like she wants to be like this his adventurer type,
Mhm.
clearly. So her being like stranded on a sort of on a forbidden on a desert island is actually a good way to show those kind of adventuring skills.
And then we already talked about Dewey High. Anything else we need to get into with that one?
I mean, not in particular. I mean, like all this like for all the stuff of like Lena, like
What
everyone else
about
is.
the moon? The moon of tears.
It's like
This is in all my dreams. I don't really understand what it means.
like I have a few theories.
Just Dewey crying a moon of tears that's subsequently cradling him. And that's what I'm saying. Oh, and one of the things I should mention about the episode straight off the bat when we're on the island setting, Jacob, is we have the phone, like the signs that you're in a dream. You know what I mean? Like the phone was one of the big ones that I can really relate to. Like not necessarily the icons of the phone replacing numbers, but just the whole like struggling to remember a phone number in a desperate situation and you can't
and
operate the phone.
and then realizing you were dialing a banana the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Like that kind of dream logic is really on point throughout the episode, I think.
Yep. Like, why are you dialing a banana?
Wait a minute, if no one's here to dream me into existence, then that must mean.
That was I love that. He just disappears like doesn't even pop away. He just instantly vanishes. I mean, I honestly think that's funnier than just like him, poofing away. Just him, just simply just cutting away from existence
Just mid
immediately.
sentence, mid word, even.
Yes, that makes it even funnier. And not to mention like the whole this isn't the whole funny thing, but the whole flying thing.
Uh-huh.
And Lena's wings are like grew all bat like,
Right.
which
Yeah, 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 for sure.
I think that was an interesting touch.
Well, it definitely kind of like goes throughout the episode that theme of Lita trying to escape Magica and escape that image of herself as an evil person.
Yeah,
Really good symbolism on that front.
and kind of
Okay,
like
let's see.
hints at her repression.
Okay, and then I believe the next episode is, or the next dream is.
After Dewey High is Louis' dream.
Oh God!
Basic
Everyone pat my stomach.
like you're even lazier in your dreams.
Yeah, so Louis' dream is just to be basically just a really lazy, really pampered fat cat.
Yeah, like yeah, and then he's like, and then he's dreaming inside of his dreams about sleeping.
I just am.
Uh, jeez. That's
And
literally
that
all his.
doesn't last long until we get into long-legged Huey.
Oh god, talk about nightmare fuel.
Huey! Why, Huey? Why, Huey? Why?
Like I don't have the imagination for the kind of stuff. Okay, a simple
Oh my
history.
god, just the animation on that. Just it's like Jacob, we often talk squatch and stretch on the show when the show really does it right. And this is like squatch and stretch at its finest. It's squatch and stretch kind of like pushed to its extreme.
Although definitely more on the stretchy side.
Well, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, so good. So good.
Yes, I think after that was just a montage of stuff.
Yes, but one big thing we have to talk about with the montage that I don't think Pink Pearl is aware of. You might be Pink Pearl. They actually dream a fourth sibling into existence, and that fourth sibling wears a yellow shirt and a yellow hat, and his name is Jacob
Fooey.
Fooey.
I think that they like referenced him in like a previous episode, and as I think I read that he's actually based on a mistake that some artist made when like they actually drew in four triplets. Like they gave him a name and stuff like that, or like he's like a mistake.
Uh-huh. What
Uh,
Fooey pisses you off, Pink Pearl? I thought you'd be excited about it. I don't know. I don't know the comic history behind this character or anything, but
okay, speaking of like Magica and stuff like that, like I said, I just think speaking of which, the horror stuff inside the school is actually very well done.
uh-huh.
like the Dewey mascot.
Oh yeah. That actually kind of reminded me of scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah, it was actually pretty creepy the way it just turned and like waved, turned, waved, and revealed Magica's face and all that. They really did that. They really nailed the whole night. Speaking of dreams, they also nailed the whole nightmare elements too.
So just to clarify, Pearl saying like one of the big reasons the Fooey thing she wasn't a fan of it is because in the comics Fooey is a female and it's just kind of a fandom comics accuracy thing, which I can understand for sure. All right. Anyways, sorry.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I think after that it gets after the montage it goes to Lena's dream.
Well, we end up in the library before that. You have to remind me the name of that character too, by the way,
Oh,
because
Violet's dream.
Violet, yeah, because they never say her name, and we only just got introduced to her. But I thought it was cool how they, she's a pretty decent part of the episode. They don't shortchange her at all, even though she's a new character. I thought that was decent.
Yeah, it's pretty nice to see more of her. Like she wasn't like a one-time Webby friend kind of
That's what
thing.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's refreshing that they're actually like having her in the cast.
Obviously she's probably not gonna have as much staying power as Lena or anything like that. But
I mean, she could over time.
probably. If they dig in more to her character, but even with if they just using the spare and reminder she exists, that'd be fine too.
Uh huh.
Unless we like, I just don't think she has the same, obviously, kind of. I don't unless she has to think that kind of same, more similar backstory to Lena does.
Remind me of the two side characters from Star, Jacob.
Ferguson and
I
can't remember.
remember Ferguson. What's the other one?
I don't know. I know he sounds something like this, but I can't remember his name.
Yeah, right. I see you guys just chilling there in the background, existing.
Yeah, I can't remember I can't remember the other guy's name.
Yeah, well, whatever. You get the reference I'm trying to make.
Yes.
Anyways. Okay, so yeah, then I guess the only other thing we have to talk about is kind of like the wrap up to the Magica stuff. So first of all, like you said, pretty creepy imagery there with Magica.
Yeah, seriously, they really dug into the horror of this whole situation.
Mm.
Like,
Uh, Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying, like that scene, the whole scene with the mirror and Lena becoming magic was actually pretty darn creepy.
I mean, everything with the body horror, like transformation stuff with Magica was pretty on point, I thought.
Yeah, it's like they're really nailing him how borderline demonic she is in this series.
Yeah, but at the same time, we get a good wrap up with her where it's like she can be demonic, she can be intimidating, but at the same point, she's also like not at her full power.
It's like, I mean, this is jumping ahead a bit, but so it's a bit of a spoiler. But at the end, she was all just doing that with a bit of with a technology helmet. Like, and she's
Which
able to do.
I like. I thought that was a really clever wrap up because it's like the stuff that she was doing was relatively powerful, but because she was doing it with technology and not magic, we saw that she didn't have control over Lena, and that was a nice conclusion to the whole thing. I thought that was really smart writing.
Yeah, me too. Like, it shows that, like, it basically shows both her being desperate and that she can still be somewhat of a threat regardless.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
And also,
Really
I
good
like
stuff there.
I also like how they utilize like all their dream stuff to try and fight her.
Uh
Like Dewey's long, like not Huey's long limbs, like like Louis scratching her up, and Dewey just doing what he does.
huh. Of course, we get giant fucking humpback whale launch pad.
Try explaining that one. It's like I can just imagine someone saying like, "Hey, you know what should be in the background? Launchpad as a whale." Like the pitch behind that is just like,
It makes about as much sense as Dash fighting knife wielding Lightning McQueen with Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
yes, pretty much. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I'm not sure if there's much more else to talk about here. Like,
I mean, it's just a damn good episode, man. It's just like we said. I really feel like it. I use this term a lot. I apologize, but I feel like it fires on all cylinders. You know what I mean? We get a lot of good character stuff. We get good animation. We get a good wrap up to the Magica story, or not a wrap up to it, but at least like a nice solid progressions showing that Magica's not at her full capacity, but she's still a threat nonetheless.
I
So
mean,
it's all good stuff. We get some satisfying Lena wrap up in her arc.
yep. I mean, who knows? I mean, without it, I mean, she's not much, obviously, much threat now without the helmet. But if she just continues like trying to do this stuff, who knows? She might find other ways to get her powers back.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, like even with the helmet, like to me, the idea of Magica Dispel using technology to her advantage is honestly pretty scary. Like I'd love to see them do more with that.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So Jacob, of course, we're going to be doing the next episode as well. Pink Pearl, it doesn't seem like is as big of a fan of the episode as I am. She says it's a kind of a uh just a silly episode like Duke Baloney. I think it's step above something like Duke Baloney just because of the Lena stuff alone. Because I think every time we get a Lena centric episode, it definitely has some pathos to it, and this is no different. So I don't know. I liked it quite a bit, but like I said, Pink Pearl, I do kind of have a bias towards Dream episodes. I'm a really big fan of Dream episodes. Of course, Jacob, one of my favorite episodes of Gravity Falls is Weird Mageddon Part Two, which wasn't exactly a dream episode, but it kind of had some of the trappings of a dream episode, kind of like the surreal anything can happen quality.
Anything can happen.
All right. This episode will never be as creepy as tiny, creepy Glomgold. Well, yeah, I can attest to that. Tiny, creepy Glomgold was pretty creepy, Pink Pearl.
Where was that again?
It was in the last episode. I think she's referring to Glomgold's quote unquote son.
Shark bomb.
Yes, yes.
That was good. That was good.
All right. Really quick, I thought Beakley had a short but sweet amount of screen time. I love the gag with her. Like you can't tell if she's sleeping or not.
Like it's a spy thing.
That was fun.
Shit.
Let's see. Pink Pearl says can't wait till later this week for
Oh,
the finale.
she's written on Pink Pearl was referring to. I'm referring to Nightmare Glomgold from Duke Baloney.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, Pink Pearl. Gotcha. Gotcha. Sorry. All right. Anyways, so yeah, we do have the finale, but honestly, Jacob, I gotta tell you, I think I'm even more excited about Glomtails than I am for the finale.
I mean, you can't. I mean, I'm not trying to hype up anything too much. So I can't really say. I mean, if it's as funny as the faux intro they did for the theme song Takeover, I'm sold on it already.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm basing my excitement level on. Is that faux theme song?
I mean, I know they did. I mean, I know they did the theme song Takeover for other shows, but
Yeah, sure.
like, is it just the mere concept of like Glomgold spoiler, like trying to make his own Scrooge family using their enemies? That that would be pretty interesting. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. And then Jacob, what night are we getting the finale?
I think for next thing, I think Friday because I think this Friday because
Finale
there's
Friday. Okay.
I think there's 4 episodes left.
Well, that's fitting because Friday is the day before I leave, so it'll be a nice, exciting thing to end my pre-trip out on, Jacob.
And I leave next Monday.
Yes.
Apparently, according to Pink Pearl, Frank says the next 4 episodes are so dumb, but they are gloriously dumb and we'll like it.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Yep, good old Frank.
Okay, well, folks, we've hit about 22 minutes. That's kind of my goal here is to make these episodes about as long as the episodes themselves, just to give you guys something to chew on here. I'm gonna warn you guys though. I like the next episode quite a bit, but I don't necessarily know how long that's gonna go. I don't know if we're gonna be able to stretch that one out to 22 minutes. We might be able to, but I'm not gonna pressure myself to do it, and I don't want to like cause dead air and like random discussion that has nothing to do with the episode. So if we go on for 20 minutes, great. If we go on for 15 minutes, I think that's honestly fine. I think it's a solid episode. I just don't really think there's a ton to chew on with it. So, and Pink Pearl, stick around because we're going to be doing the next episode like immediately after this, like 5 minutes after this. So, hopefully you'll be able to stick around for that one as well. All right. So, Jacob, any final thoughts on Nightmare on Killmotor Hill?
No, it all. Other than I think we pretty much said all we needed to. Is like a very solid episode. Works on pretty much every level it sets out to be, and sets up some interesting stuff in the future. So
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time on another episode recap. Jacob, what's the next episode we're covering, just for Pink Pearl's reference?
the Golden Armory of Cornelius Coote.
There you go. And Pink Pearl, yeah, like I said, we're going to be doing that in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We're doing
Woo!
right afterwards. So yeah, woohoo!
Dewey High.
Do we have? I have so many theories.